Hey guys, Chamberlain here and welcome back to the channel. Today I am reviewing the Thomas & Friends Mattel 80th anniversary Ruby Red Thomas. The Ruby Red Thomas from Mattel. Now this thing has got a bit of backlash, mainly with those two minecarts. But yeah. You will see I've got two. I got one from the Entertainer website and one from Tootly Thomas, just so I could have two. Yeah, because these were pretty hard to come by in the UK. Yeah, I've not seen any of these outright in a shop like I have the Railway Series Thomas or the normal Thomas or the Diamond Anniversary Thomas from 2020 for the 75th anniversary. We'll get back to that later. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment when I've got one of these opened up for you. I'll see you guys in a moment. And I am back with Ruby Thomas out of the box. Now, we'll start with the minecarts. Because as you might see, I've been able to get one of the rubies out. Yeah. So that's how the minecarts usually come, with the ruby in them. Yeah, these are the All Engines Go minecarts, by the way. If I just do that, you will see my thumbprint left on there. And have I now got silver on my thumb? Checking off camera. No, I have not, but yeah, you can see where my thumbprint is. So yeah, you can see that in the light. These have been cheaply made. I'm sorry to say that about a Mattel product, but and about a Thomas & Friends item, but these minecarts cheaply made. I don't usually say that, but I will say it if I think something's badly made. Now this one, when I got the ruby out, look at that on the inside. I will zoom in for you guys. Yeah, the silvery shine on the inside is already going to like a gunmetal grey. It's not going metallic anymore. And when I was getting the ruby out as well, fingerprint got left on the back. Luckily no silver paint on my finger. So yeah, because I've read stories about kids having these, the silver paint rubbing off, and then the kid ending up in hospital because of the silver paint being intoxicating to the kid. So yeah, and then here's a look at the ruby. They're just All Engines Go crystals. Oh my god, this is how cheap these are. This has been chipped already. That's not even been chipped. I think that's just from factory. Hang on, is there any red in the minecart? No. There is a hair though. But yeah. These are so flipping cheap, them two. Right, now to Thomas, who I like. I like that they've done a ruby buffer beam running board. I wish they could have done this front bit white though. I love how they've done the silvery pistons, but they're the same silver as what the minecarts are. So when that silver rubs off or goes away over time, they'll go into how that minecart is on the inside, non-silver anymore. I've just seen, I think, do I have silver paint on my finger now? No, I don't. Okay, good. So yeah, the golden whistle. I do like the addition of the golden whistle. I wish I could just take the Thomas apart and put the normal side rods on if I had a second Thomas, but no. For these Thomases, screw and a rivet. So yeah, to get that rivet out, I need a drill just to get the side rods off, to be able to put the bog standard side rods on. So I would need a drill to get into that Thomas as well. Don't know why they've done that, because it's the people who make the Disney cars that make these. Or it's the person who designed the Disney cars diecast who's designed these. So yeah, that's not new news. That's coming to light earlier this year, and I've just not mentioned it until now. So Ruby Red Thomas. The reason I had that Thomas here was I thought the Railway Series Thomas was a better Thomas for the 80th anniversary. And I will say, yes, it is. So, yeah, because it's got better detailing on than what the Ruby version has. And I will say the Ruby version has some better stuff than normal. Well, than the normal Thomas, like the shiny buffer beam and running board, compared to that plasticky feel one. That's actual die-cast now. Side rods, I wouldn't mind if they just stayed like this dull grey. The whistles, I love the addition of the shiny whistles compared to the dull ones previously. So, yeah. Move him to one side. Then for the 75th anniversary, they go as a Diamond Thomas. And they go all out for this Diamond Thomas back in 2020. Yes, there are hairs on it because I've had it for 5 years and it's been on a shelf. So yeah, they'll give us that in 2020, which I feel is better than what the Ruby Thomas is. The Ruby Thomas missed out on quite a few opportunities that it could have had. It missed out on quite a few opportunities that it could have had to make it better than a Diamond Anniversary Thomas from 2020. Which I've just noticed, even the buffers are diamond themes. I never noticed that until now, that they've gone the same theme as what like that pattern is. And I love that pattern on there. And the clear translucent base as well. Yeah, back when you only had rivets, all in is go introduce screws. Now they've gone back to a rivet and a screw. And no translucent base plate for Thomas. Or chassis even for Thomas. So, yeah. They didn't even paint the back lamp again. But yeah, the big disappointment for this is these minecarts. Yeah. It's already starting to go on that corner. I think that's starting to go on that corner. On the bottom right there. Oh my god, I think it is. Holy crap. Not as bad as what it is inside. Sorry for any bad language you may have heard. But these are poor. These are poor. And yeah, so anyone who is thinking of getting this for their children, don't. Because them minecarts could have your children end up in hospital. And one did. And I hope Mattel got sued for it. And I'm surprised these didn't get recalled because of that. And they're still being sold to this day. So, yeah, I'm surprised these have not yet got recalled. So, yeah, I've been Chamber Online. Sorry this review has been a bit negative. But the Thomas is okay. It's just them minecarts that bring it down. So, out of 10, I'd give this a 5. Because the Thomas brings it to a 5. Well, Thomas brings it to a 7, actually. Could have been better. Or it could have been worse. But the minecarts bring it down to a 5, maybe a 4. Just because of them alone. And just because of what people have found out in the past about them. So, yeah. Right. So, yeah, I've been Chamber Online. And I'll see you guys next time. With Advent. And no Thomas this year. So who will win it this year? Let's find out starting tomorrow. Take care and bye-bye.